You're moving through a quiet stretch of forest when the world suddenly reacts to you. Birds burst out of the canopy in sharp, chaotic flashes. Something unseen has triggered every survival alarm they have. A deer, grazing just moments ago, locks onto your presence, completely still, before snapping into motion and vanishing between the trees as if it just remembered danger existed. A squirrel freezes mid-path, then sprints, stops, sprints again, repeating the same nervous pattern like its entire nervous system is arguing with itself. And you're just there, standing still, breathing, eating something as ordinary as a snack bar. So the question becomes unavoidable. Why does your presence trigger this kind of reaction? Because it isn't just birds and deer. Across forests, mountains, deserts, and plains, countless animals respond to humans with caution, tension, or full retreat. Even creatures equipped with claws, fangs, venom, armor, or speed often choose distance over confrontation. At first glance, it feels exaggerated. After all, humans don't look like the most dangerous beings in nature. We don't have natural weapons. We're not the fastest. We don't blend into the environment. Yet for many animals, the instinct is immediate: avoid. To understand this, you have to go far beyond modern encounters. The fear didn't begin with cities, guns, or machines. It stretches back through evolutionary time. For millions of years, survival depended on reading threats before they fully appeared. Animals that hesitated when something unusual entered their environment often didn't survive long enough to pass on their genes. Over time, this created what scientists call a landscape of fear, an invisible map in every ecosystem shaped not just by predators, but by the memory of them. Prey animals don't simply react to danger. They organize their entire lives around avoiding it. Feeding times, migration routes, resting places, even social behavior, all adjusted to reduce risk. Early humans became part of that landscape. Long before modern civilization, human ancestors were active hunters. They didn't always rely on speed or strength. Instead, they used endurance, coordination, and persistence. An animal could escape a sprint, but not hours of steady pursuit under heat and exhaustion. For prey species, encountering early humans meant encountering a completely unfamiliar type of threat, one that didn't give up. Those that survived learned quickly, not individually but across generations. Fear became encoded behavior. Over thousands of cycles of survival and reproduction, animals that avoided human-like shapes and movements were more likely to live. Those tendencies accumulated into instinct, in a sense. Modern wildlife doesn't learn to fear humans. It inherits caution shaped by long history. This helps explain why even today, the sound or presence of humans alone can trigger strong avoidance responses. In various studies, animals have shown greater stress reactions to human voices than to the calls of natural predators. To them, humans represent something inconsistent and difficult to predict, far more dangerous than creatures that follow recognizable hunting patterns. Most predators behave according to rhythm. Dawn hunters, night ambushers, territory-based attackers. But humans break those rules. We appear at any time in any place using tools and methods that vary endlessly. Fire, vehicles, traps, weapons, noise, silence. We don't fit a single category. And in nature, anything that cannot be categorized cleanly becomes a threat by default. Still, not all animals behave this way. In cities where humans are constant and rarely dangerous in the same direct sense, many species adjust. Birds and mammals that once fled now linger. Some become bold, even opportunistic. This shift happens through habituation. Repeated exposure without consequence reduces fear. But in truly wild environments, the instinct remains strong. On remote islands or isolated ecosystems where humans have never been present, animals often show no fear at all. Birds may approach closely. Reptiles may ignore intruders completely. In those places, the fear of humans simply does not exist until experience teaches it. All of this reveals something deeper. Human presence doesn't just influence individual animals, it reshapes entire ecosystems. Where humans are active, wildlife changes its behavior, often becoming more nocturnal, more cautious, more hidden. Entire food chains adjust their rhythms around our activity. Even our scent plays a role. To many animals, human odor is not neutral. It signals disruption, intrusion, and potential danger, sometimes triggering avoidance responses similar to those caused by top predators. Yet when animals do attack, it is rarely from aggression alone. More often, it is fear pushed to its limit. A cornered animal, a mother protecting offspring, or a creature with no remaining escape routes. At the deepest level, the relationship is not simple fear, it is adaptation. A long-standing evolutionary negotiation between survival strategies and a species that changed the rules entirely. And so, when a deer vanishes into the trees at the sight of you, it is not confusion, it is calculation. A survival system refined over millions of years, responding to the one variable it still cannot fully predict: you.